This is Kathy Biehl of EmpowermentUnlimited.net with Astro-Insight for the 2022 Scorpio Full Moon Lunar Eclipse. The full moon takes place on May 15th at 9:13 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, on May 16th at 12:13 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, 4:13 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time, at 25 degrees Taurus, 17 minutes, 25 degrees Scorpio, 17 minutes. Does it feel like Halloween or an incredibly disturbing psychological thriller 24/7? Or a mashup of every dystopian novel? The most intense full moon of the year is upon us. It's a lunar eclipse in Scorpio with an assist from Pluto. It promises cathartic release that'll do you good, but oh, the journey. The skies are delivering incentives to face unpleasantness that has been swirling within you and around you, and then do something dramatic with it. Call it out, purge it, transform it into something healthier. Full moons always bring dramas to an emotional head. Put the moon in Scorpio, and the dramas are fraught with power and control issues, secrets, and behind-the-scenes machinations. The Scorpio lunar eclipse supersizes all of that, throws in revelations galore, and slams the door on some tenacious, uncomfortable storylines. This is the third eclipse in the current Taurus-Scorpio cycle, which began in November with a Taurus full moon lunar eclipse and lasts through 2023. This cycle is revisiting and resetting issues of resources, individual versus joint, investments and return on investment, power and control, on the surface experience versus subterranean. Taurus goes for the sensory, holding, tasting, consuming in the moment, while Scorpio prefers quietly plumbing depths and amassing wealth, information, precious objects, while maintaining a poker face. This month's lunar eclipse follows the shock waves of April's Taurus new moon solar eclipse, but it ties to earlier ones. It is taking place at the same degree as the Scorpio full moon lunar eclipse of May 2003. Dramas you underwent then may play a role in current sagas, or at least have parallels. If, for example, you were in the midst of power plays in 2003 that drastically transformed a situation, you may be in for another round now, only involving much bigger stakes or institutions or authorities gone bad because of Pluto in Capricorn stirring the current mix. This lunar eclipse is also close to opposite the degree of last November's lunar eclipse. Think of what in your life began mutating into a different form then, and see if you can draw a line between that and fear's darkness or profound power arising now. As with the November eclipse, this one has an assist from Scorpio's ruler Pluto, lord of death and rebirth and agent of unavoidable change. He wielded his scythe effortlessly at the November eclipse. He is offering, but not imposing, his transformative powers now through the opportunity aspect of a sextile. In one sense, this is an open door to the hell realms, which could unleash or expose monsters and, just as likely, link you to primal, feral, unfiltered, non-conscious power. Emotions may fly out from places you may not have known existed. In another sense, this link is offering you the tools and nerve to vanquish a monster, to make a huge change, to pull the plug, to cut something or someone out. It's an invitation to detox emotionally. Your job is to look into the cesspool and open the release valve, or take the scalpel and wield it, or take the tonic or bicarbonate of soda Sure, you might vomit, and that moment will probably be unpleasant, but you will feel so much better afterward. The moon delivers incentive to suit up, show up, and deal with whatever surfaces. It's forming a T-square to Saturn, planet of adulting and ruler of order, responsibility, and authority. Pressure is on to act maturely and responsibly, to confront rules and power, and to force impediments, structures, or authority to change already. You may experience, confront, or witness issues of accountability. Tectonic shifts may reshape your circle of friends in completion of lurches that began last November. Revelations are likely to be uncomfortable to an extreme, with dirty linen and worse, not just causing you to pinch your nose, but also changing many an emotional connection. And you won't just be reacting and responding to the muck flying out of everyone and everything. You will be actively transforming your relationship to it. One warning, the muck contains a heavy streak of gaslighting. Cosmic first responder Mars is conjunct Neptune and his fog machine. This conjunction moves on the promise of Jupiter and then Venus's conjunctions to Neptune in April. Many, many manifestations are possible. Active gaslighting is one, revelation of gaslighting another, the masculine getting on board with the higher potentials of the feminine yet another. Mars's touch has the power to give you ideas and motivation to move on inspirations you received then. It may be hard to articulate exactly what you received. Note your nudges and inclinations. They are clues. Note what pushes you out of comfort. That is also a clue. The discomfort comes from the Mars-Neptune conjunction in semi-sextile to Saturn. It's irritating you into action. All of this translates into another don't fear the reaper time. Not that you're dying, some portion of your emotional existence is. And you are collaborating with the guy with the scythe. Learn more about what's going on with these Taurus Scorpio eclipses in my talk, Living in the Material World, which is available in the shop at my site, empowermentunlimited.net, where you can read my weekly forecasts, sign up for my mailing list and get a Jupiter in Aries guide as a thank you, and book a session with me. I'm Kathy Biehl, a professional astrologer with more than 30 years experience. I host the show Celestial Compass on Om Times Radio on the first and third Monday of every month at 5 p.m. Eastern. I also host lively conversation on Facebook at Empowerment Unlimited and the group The Astro-Insight Lounge. I have lots of bonus content at patreon.com/Kathy Biehl, and I'm really grateful to the people who support my work there. I post on Instagram at KA Biehl and on YouTube at the Professional Aquarian channel.